So, thank you
Take
so
your
much.
seat.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Sunil,
Yes, sir.
please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, my name is Sunil Kumar Samanta, and I am from the Bhadrak district of Odisha. I have completed my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from the Government College of Engineering in 𝐒𝐄. Then after I joined in the IDBI Bank in Indore, Madhya Pradesh as an assistant manager. In 2020, I resigned from IDBI Bank and started full-time preparation in the civil services.
So now you are preparing for the civil service.
Yes,
You
sir.
have left the assistant manager post.
Yes, sir.
So why?
Sir, actually, that job profile, I have from passed out in the mechanical engineering of my BTech in 2015. I have in my mind that administration job in civil services, but the complete process, thought or concretization was not there. So I started. Uh, I started looking for the opportunities like banking services in the gate, etc. Then I joined bank, and after 1 year, I realized that this is not my place. I should.
Was the salary not good?
Yes, sir. Salary was very good, sir.
So people are aspiring for bank job. Is it a PO post or what is that?
Sir, pure post.
So
Yes, sir.
then it must be lucrative salary with everything.
Yes, sir.
So what is the reason you left? So
Sir, actually,
and you are now jobless. So you don't find any problem without having a job. You don't find any problem.
Sir, I think in 2015, after my BTech completion, I was in my mind that administration job, but due to some issues or problems, I joined for a temporary job in the banking services. But when I thought that all my processes and mind, that idea was concretized and all the consultation were complete, I thought I should resign and
No, it
I
was
should start
completely pre-planned to join banking service because you have completed PGDBA from Manipal Academy of Banking and Finance in 2019. Then in 2019 itself you joined.
No, sir. I joined in 2018. Sir, in banking, there is two types of recruitment. One is through direct recruitment,
Yes.
and one is through Manipal through recruitment.
Yes.
I have to do in that Manipal academy course of 1 year banking and finance. Then after they
Sure, you
they
have
will
not qualified
post-
IBPS PO, right?
No, that also conducted by IUPS.
This
But
one is
there is
also
separate-
conducted by IBPS.
Sir, IBPS is conducting two types of exams. One is for completely all the banks and individual
So my
ID-based
point is,
exam, all the
sir,
banks
you
are
have completed a course to join banking industry, isn't it?
No, sir, that is included in that, sir.
Then what are you doing between 2015 to 19?
15 to 18, sir.
Okay, 18.
18 I joined. Sir, in 15 to 18, I sir already told sir that in 2015 I started looking for opportunities because at that time multiple scams exposed in 2015. So in engineering jobs was actually limited. So I started looking for banking or other jobs.
So now you find you can better prosper and improve yourself in the administration.
Yes, sir.
So can
Sir,
you explain why you choose administration?
Sir, actually my thought process in 2015 was believed, but the concrete idea was not there, sir. And sir, I have seen in banks also, people are coming from lower background or the lower startup people. They are not getting the priorities in banking because people of the high society or the elite class, they are getting. Sir, I would give just an example. In that 2000 or 500 note, government has started 2500 note. So that 2500 notes are given to the elite peoples. I was instructed, I was ordered to give them, and the small notes are the small denomination notes like the 200, hundreds. There was a certain kind of discrimination. An elite section, and the banks are generally for the profit making process. Commercial banks are
So there is a
profit-making.
discrimination you are telling.
So there is up to some extent there is response. So I felt like I should start preparing for civil services, and I was not getting time in that.
No, why?
service also.
Why? What problem did you face there so that you are prompted and you are encouraged to join the administration?
Sir, actually no problem was there, but that was my temporary job, sir. I thought I should not prepare it fully. The first time I thought I would not prepare it fully.
Okay then tell me why you are interested for administration.
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, I belong to a rural community or rural village. In my place, also people are suffering for in multiple schemes or in multiple processes. They have to stand in line or queue in for getting services. They are getting discriminated also at times. So I think I should give a try.
So how social discrimination can be eliminated?
Okay, sir. Sir,
As you says
yes, sir.
that social discrimination is there.
Yes, sir.
So there is discrimination in society.
Yes, sir.
So people are suffering for social discrimination.
Yes, sir.
So how do you plan to eliminate the discrimination from the society?
Sir,
And how the administrative service will help you?
yes, sir. So the first thing is the digital communication is actually in the verge of, sir, actually popularizing the digital services. So the digital services can be accessed to the general public, sir. They can be accessed through this governance. Or the second thing is, sir, the bureaucratic processes that can be simplified. And I would personally go to people and villages to
Be concrete and speak. My question is how you plan to, or how the discrimination existing in the society
Yes,
can be removed, and how as an administrator or after joining Odisha civil service,
Yes, sir.
how will be able to eliminate discrimination?
So first thing is they were not aware about their rights. So I will start a campaign, awareness campaign through all my colleagues.
Awareness campaign is done by video.
Yes.
NGO is there. Do you think Block Development Office is an NGO?
So NGOs are also doing this, but from the government side, if we do, so the people will get some more legitimacy, sir. If the government does this, sir, campaigns or some, sir, actually the rights are not, people are not getting their dues or rights, I think.
In a democratic country,
Yes, sir.
everybody are equal in the eyes of law. So everybody has fundamental rights.
Yes, sir.
So how do you say that there is discrimination still existing, and you need to venture to eliminate discrimination through that digital means and propaganda?
Sir, the population is much more, so we cannot access to the buildings or offices. So the online medium is there, and it is faceless. So the online medium doesn't discriminate between a rich and a poor, and a so-called low caste or a higher caste. So that can be medium for, sir, for removing the social discrimination, sir, I think. That digital
So
communication.
nowadays the reservation policy is a failure. So we have adopted that reservation policy
Yes, sir.
to give better chance to the downtrodden poor people
Yes, sir.
and the Dalits, so that those who are downtrodden in the lower sector of the society, they will get scope to come to the same platform where the other people, better placed people are standing. So do you think that scheme or that policy has failed in our state?
So actually that thing of affirmative action was to correct the historical injustices that was done during independence or before the independence. So that is up to some extent is good, but after an extent, the like there is subcategorization of SC and STs, but the families of much needed families are not getting it. So we need to rationalize the reservations, I think.
We need to.
We need to rationalize that thing, sir, reservation.
What do you suggest to rationalize our reservation policy?
So there should be the policies like the OBC type of the, say, the creamy layer or non-creamy layer thing in OBC, that should be economic criteria, should be, sir, one thing, or the categorization of the SCs or STs, that can be a process, sir. Through subcategorization, we can ensure that the reservation policies are more inclusive, sir.
More?
Inclusive, sir.
It is more required.
Yes, sir.
Its requirement is there.
Yes, sir.
It should continue.
Yes, sir.
So far you are highlighting on discrimination. So are the women in our society are discriminated?
Sir, women in the society to some extent are discriminated because the domestic violence is happening, in the child marriage are happening. So then the issues like marital rapes are happening, and the gang rape issue of recent, the 𝐎𝐿𝐴 hospital of the medical student or the doctor. So in this, from these examples or incidents, we think that there need to be some extent the female protection or the women protection policies should be started.
What should be the policies, women protection policies? How we will save our women and give them a respectable status?
Sir, already there are much more rules or laws, starting the Supreme Court judgment of the POSCO judgment, and then the Visakha guidelines, then the parliamentary reservation of 1/3 reservation in the panchayat. But we need to, sir, ensure that all the laws are implemented properly. That needs to be done. Second thing is the punishment. So the stringent punishment should be there, and the backlogs in the judiciary should be, sir, minimized, and alternated methods of adjudication should be there, sir, like the Lok Adalat or, sir, or sir, DRT, etc., sir.
So it is said that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. It is said eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. So can you react to this statement?
I'm not sure what you said, sir.
So you have your optional is political science.
Political science, yes, sir.
So you must have studied liberty.
Yes, sir.
What is liberty?
Sir, liberty is a liberal concept. So that is given by the law. So the law allows some kind of freedom. That is within the law. We cannot violate that, sir. That is liberty, sir.
So when it is said that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty, what do you mean by it?
Sir, I'm not sure.
Okay. So do you know about Uniform Civil Code?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So Uniform Civil Code is that a kind of a uniform law that is applied in the personal laws, like that marriage, inheritance, or adoption, etc. kind of things. So the different communities, like the Muslims or the Hindu, there are different laws to regulate the personal sector, like the Marriage Act of 1955 is there, in the Christian Marriage Act, in the Muslim Marriage Act, there are different laws. So we should unify and give them the uniform civil code of one. So there should not be any discrimination to the females. Like the Muslims, there is 3 and 4 marriages is prevalent. In Hindu, there is only one, sir. So I think and I believe that the uniform civil code would, up to some extent, would liberate the females, sir, I think.
Yeah. Therefore, fundamental rights, the provision in the Constitution, fundamental right provision there in the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
That we are given some fundamental rights.
Yes, sir.
So there is also protection. Government Constitution gives protection to our fundamental right, right to life, right to.
Yes,
Tell me about some fundamental rights.
So the fundamental rights start from actually the Article 12 to 13. Article 12 starts the definition of fundamental rights. Then Article 13 is the definition of state. No, sir. Article 12 definition of state. Article 13 is also the laws that is declared unconstitutional. Then the Article 14 to 18 is equality, right to equality. Then sir 19 to sir up to sir 22 is the right to freedom. Then sir 23 to 24 sir actual right against exploitation.
We are government, that constitution, there is provision for individual or fundamental rights for the self development or the betterment of the individual citizen of the country. They will give an opportunity for their betterment and protection against all evils from the public and also from the state, from the individual. There are also provision for directive principles of state policy.
Yes.
State, some directives are given to the state and government, so that government planning and policies will be framed. So developmental activities are taken up for improvement of the life of these people, environment of the people, so that they can have a better life. So can you differentiate between fundamental right and directive principle of state policy?
Yes, sir. So, fundamental rights are enforceable by law, and the DPSPs are not enforceable by
What
law.
do you mean
as
by
such.
enforceability?
Sir, enforceability means, sir, we can go to court for its violation of that law. That laws are getting implemented or not, that can be checked by the Supreme Court or the higher judiciary or the lower judiciary as such. That the legality can be checked in the fundamental rights. In the DPSP thing, sir, we cannot go to court for that violation or not enforcement, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Sunil, you did your mechanical engineering in 2015 in which college?
Sir, Government College of Engineering, sir, �𝐄𝐿.
It is that is mining college. Is
Yes,
that
sir,
one,
mining
no?
college.
Same. Okay, that is in Mining Road, I think.
Mining
Okay. So you could have pursued your PG, I mean PhD or PG like that. Then why you choose banking as an particularly banking sector
Sir, I was more concerned about jobs or employment related things, sir,
at that time?
at that time of thing.
Okay, so you worked in IDBI sector as in government. Okay, so basically, do you think that tax reforms is adequate in India, adequately dealt in India?
So tax reform is good because the tax base of India is low. So the tax base is very low. The tax paying people are very low. So the tax reform need to be strengthened more, sir. Then the GST thing is very good. So the indirect taxation of the goods and services. And third thing is that there is tax evasion, or there is a tax, people are not paying taxes intentionally. So that needs to be checked, I think, sir. Then, sir, the income taxes, personal taxes, and the corporate taxes. So these need to be, because there is in 2022 or 23, sir, the corporate tax was less than the income tax for a personal taxation, because in India, so there is progressive taxation system. So in progressive taxation system, the more income is taxed more, the tax would be more for the people earnings are more.
Okay, all right. If I say that you said it, that tax evasion. Tax evasion in India, like in populous country, it is much obvious, right?
Yes, sir.
So since you are working in the bank sector, IDBI, that's such a prestigious group institutions, we can say how much percentage of people, those who are you're in the process of tax evasion in India, percentage, in tentative, we can say.
Sir, I'm not sure about it, but I think 20 to 30
Still are not paying.
Not paying.
Achha. So which there was an subsequently as per the recommendation of your judicial intervention, there is and committee was specially structured for the tax reforms. What was that committee name?
Swaminathan committee, I'm not.
Okay.
I think.
No, it's not Swaminathan. If I say in banking reforms, let's say tax is a part of banking, right? If I say the banking reforms, does really banking reforms is needed in India?
Sir, in 2014-15 there is much more, sir, NPA problem that is have recently, sir, started solving or
What is
gradually
NPA?
solved. So NPA is non-performing asset. So that is the assets or the loans that is not getting principal or interest amount up to 90 days is called NPA, sir. Bank is not getting interest or principal on that loan up to 90 days, sir.
Recently, RBI has said, I think 2-3 months back, regarding NPA. Also in budget speaks also, Madam, our finance minister, Madam Sitaraman, Nirmala Sitaraman also spoke about something regarding NPA.
Yes, sir.
What was it?
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, so banking reforms, if I say, okay, banking reforms is really needed in India, and if I go to the past decades, the one committee also was constituted regarding the banking reforms. May I know that committee name? It's a very famous committee, that one.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So you did your political science and international relations, and really the politicians are really work well. Means, I mean, they are to retain their integrity and honesty. So as per the recommendation of the Supreme Court, a committee also built for that one. What is that?
Committee for the
The
politician.
committee, yeah, to retain the integrity, honesty of an politicians. One committee has dealt with, because in India there are so many cases. Means, if I go for the last 70 years, there is a nexus in between the politicians and the criminals. In lieu of that, to check that one, to prevent such type of illegal relationships, so one committee has developed. Okay, last
Bohra-
question.
Sir, committee, Bohra committee, Indrajit.
Yes.
Indrajit
Yes.
committee, sir.
So you talk about, sir was asking that you said it about the reservation policy in India, right?
Yes,
That's the
sir.
last question.
Yes, sir.
So reservation policy is still, it is a hot cake. Means, I mean, the times. So
Yes, sir.
do you think that it was somehow a mistake that government was took, because now India had to pay? Do you think that's a mistake or something else you can say?
Sir, I don't think that policy reservation was a mistake, but up to some extent that is beneficial to the societies of the lower strata or the peoples of downtrodden. But up to a time period, that is not beneficial. That will actually reversely, negatively adverse the peoples of the
Okay, all right,
society.
I got it. Okay, all right, I got it. But which was the commission that mainly dealt with the reservation policy?
So now recent committee or previously?
Reservation policy, which previously, which one? That is the main, it make the foundation stone of this reservation policy.
50% cap of Indira Sahni committee.
Okay, so if I say that one, you are in favor of reservations, right? You said it now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, but up to, sir, some extent, up to time, but the time has come, we actually need to revisit that, sir.
So if I go for the recent this recent issue of Pooja Khedkar,
Yes, sir.
okay, regard versus your UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. So in this case, how this we can justify it? Because the candidate now, day before yesterday, central government center has declared that Pooja Khedkar has now alleged with so many cases of cheating, okay, different source of OBC and the banks, lots of, I think, all your issues, your benefits she has taken, and those all are proven to be as cheated or deceived the UPSC. So in this case, do you think that there is a feasibility of continuing such this particular this reservations to the in a fair means?
So the reservation.
So that means by saying your answer, you said it that that UPSC was what UPSC took the decisions is not up to the mark with context to your Pooja Khedkar case.
So no, I think that the people are getting reservation that need to be checked, that they are actually really the candidate are deserving of that of the reservation or not.
Exactly. It should be thoroughly examined or verified.
Thoroughly
That
examined.
means it needs a change.
Sir, no, sir. Sir, that like the SC, ST reservation or OBC reservation, the people who are producing the certificates of that needs to be actually verified or examined by UPSC or OPSC or other commission. There may be some mistakes. But that mistake cost others, sir.
Achha, you mean to say that should be proper scrutinization?
Proper scrutinization, sir.
Okay, good. Yes, Samanta sir.
2010 plus 2 2015 BTech.
Yes, sir.
1 year gap.
Yes, sir.
Why?
2000, sir, actually I was going for quota IIT coaching, sir.
Okay, all right. So you said you worked as an assistant manager in IDBI to be financially dependent, and you worked there for approximately 1 year.
1 year, sir.
So what is your salary and how you go? Were you able to be financially sufficient in 1 year?
Actually, the program was 2 year. 1 year training and the 1 year job. So 2 year I was getting salary. So that 2 year, I think that is sufficient for me, sir, to
For the
set up
entire
my
2 year
mind.
you are getting salary.
2 years, sir.
Okay, got it. So is there any provision to continue there as an assistant manager, or you have to leave after 2 years?
No, sir. So through Manipal or through direct recruitment, there is same for the assistant manager. There is no discrimination.
What is the
about
course fees for this course?
that. Course fee was actually 4 lakh something.
Course fees was 4 lakhs.
4
And
lakhs.
what was the salary that you are getting per month?
Salary per month 50-60,000, sir.
50 to 60 per month.
Per month.
From the day one, from the first month.
No, sir, not from after 1 year, sir.
After 1 year.
got
And what was
after
in the
1
first year? First year salary?
First year salary, sir, not salary, stipend was there.
How much?
Stipend was sir, 10,000.
10,000. So
10,000.
first year you earned 1,20,000.
Yes, sir.
Second year you earned 6 lakh.
6 lakh.
6 lakhs. So total 7.2 lakh you earned.
Yes, sir.
And you invested 4 lakhs.
Yes, sir.
3.2 lakhs extra in 2 years. 3.2 lakh extra in 2 years. Then your expenditure and all those. Still you became financially sufficient.
Sir, I took loan for that, sir.
Loan?
4 lakhs I took
4
loan
lakhs
for
loan
that.
ନେଇଥିଲି?
4 lakh
ତାକୁ
loan.
କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ରିଟର୍ନ ସୁଝିଲେ ପୁଣି?
Sir, return, sir, loan पूरा complete ସୁଝିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା, sir.
କେତେ ପାଖାପାଖି ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ସହିତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କେତେ ପଡ଼ିଲା?
Interest amount, sir, କମ୍ ଥିଲା because IDBI same bank
ମାନେ
ପାଇଁ
କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ଆପଣ ରିଟର୍ନ ଦେଲେ ଟୋଟାଲ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପାଲ ପ୍ଲସ୍
6% ଥିଲା interest, ତ 5 lakh something
5 lakh
because 1 year or 2 year.
5 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ସୁଝିଲେ 7 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ଆପଣ ପାଇଲେ 2 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ଲାଭ 2 ବର୍ଷରେ ଆପଣ ଇନକମ୍ କଲେ 2 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା
Yes, sir.
ମାନେ ମାସକୁ 10,000 ରୁ ବି କମ୍
Yes,
ତଥାପି ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଆଲି କେମିତି ସଫିସିଏଣ୍ଟ ହେଲେ?
सर खाली फाइनेंशियली नथला सर माने मेंटली प्रिपेयर होवार थिला सेतोळा मते माने टाइम नीड थिला कि मेंटली पूरा आइडियाज ने भी आउ माने पूरा कंप्लीटली आसारला पर तापरे मु करिव रिजाइन तो इंटरिम टाइम पे सर जॉब पे मु भाबितली फुल टाइम भाबी नथली सर देबी बोली तापरे कंक्रीट आइडिया जेतोळ मिलिला भाबली सर मु डिजाइन करिव.
All right. So PSIR student.
Yes, sir.
Now the small countries, nearby countries to India like Nepal and Bhutan, they are blaming India. India acts as a big brother.
Yes,
What is
sir.
your view on that?
Sir, India has many policies like the neighborhood first policy and the act test policy. So these policies are in India is giving aids or grants to the countries to maintain peaceful neighborhood. But in that process, some countries like Nepal, Sri Lanka or Bhutan, they think that India is acting like big brother. But because the grants that is giving, so it has been alleged that Nepal in Sri Lanka, India is interfering in the internal affairs. But that is to some extent is not true from Indian perspective or our perspective, sir.
Yes, correct. So what is John Rawls' theory?
Sir, John Rawls' theory of justice. Sir, in this theory, all the resources allocation to the people are given in principles. So, like the difference principle. So, John Rawls has said that there should be resource distribution, but there should be a principle of difference. Difference principle means people who are unlucky or people who are downtrodden should be paid more than the other people, sir, I think.
So from this theory, can you derive social justice?
Yes. So kind of, because all the sections are getting their amount of deserved amount, sir. The people who are not capable enough, or the people who are not contribute to the GDP or economy, they are getting capability or they are getting financed through this.
Is it possible to connect this theory with Karl Marx?
Yes, sir.
How?
So Karl Marx has said that the process of the private ownership should be abolished.
Yes.
And all the capitals that is there, that should be equitably distributed on the basis of outcomes. I mean, sir, not basis of merit or equality.
What is the difference between social justice and economic justice?
So social justice and economic justice are interrelated, sir. Sir, the economic resources should be distributed equally, and through social justice, like the problems of societies, like the caste system, and like the female domination or the male domination over the females.
Do you think economic justice leads to social injustice? Do you think economic injustice leads to social injustice?
Yes, sir, up to some kind. Because if economy is concentrated on some parts of population, they would be powerful. Because the economic determinism theory of Karl Marx said that the policy of economy determines everything. If I have money, I could afford to the fortune.
Is it related to, can you relate it to LWE, left-wing extremism?
Yes, sir. So because the left-wing extremism areas are underdeveloped, they are not getting the basic facilities like home, like electricity or clean drinking water. So they are excluded from the mainstream society, and they are not getting all the facilities that are getting that the people are getting in the mainstream. So that's why the economic justice is not properly done there.
Yes.
So they are
Correct. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
You may leave now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. sir. Process pani jibo na এটা feedback session টা
Thank you, sir.
तो सुनील तो रिगार्डिंग तमरो बैंकिंग सेक्टर जो भी जॉब करछ तो एडिक्वेटली आंसर दउछ जहाँ भी अछि एंड सब भलो जिंस लागले कि you are trying to establish your argument सब बड़ जिंस establish your argument before your panel members that to be that means tame convincing, you are caring, it shows you want to tell the truth बहुत जिंस अपील करछ, that's good, but टिके पढिया को बेसी पढियो regarding the committees because मु तुमको पचैली तमरो एनएल भोरा कमिटी तमे कहले ठीक अछि, but चलेहिया कमिटी was basically is related to tax reforms. Yes, and Narasimha committee is taking the banking reforms. This is very landmark your committee that dealt in the your for the government जो banking reforms है ना. आउ तम रिजर्वेशन इश्यूज से पचाली जोड़ा कि नहीं कि इंडिया रे प्रथम झगड़ा आरंभ होला, that is मंडल कमीशन है ना. मंडल कमीशन को भी इंदिरा गांधी डरथले हाथ मारिया पाई, बट किसे इंप्लीमेंट करथे मंडल कमीशन?
सर जनता पार्टी
was the prime minister then. when was here मंडल कमीशन ऊपर क्वेश्चन आछी बहुत पचार पीएससी मंडल कमीशन आज भी एमती गोटे जिनस करदे पूरा माने सेंचुरीज हैज टू पे किछि करि परबिनी. वर्तमान इंदिरा गांधी बड़े डायनामिक लेडी सी डरुथले तो छुइया पे ई छुइ देकी पड़े और तंगर सारा जीवन तंग कैरियर पड़ेला.
चरण सिंह
विश्वनाथ प्रताप सिंह वीपी सिंह when he did मंडल कमीशन 1989 हला the country was almost in the light of fire. आज देखो सेम जिस रिव्यू होची जोटा कि वर्तमान यूपीएससी रे जो पूजा खड़कर कमिटी had not been एटा गोटे हिस्टोरिक मिस्टेक हला. चलला ई जिंस अभी किछ करि होबनी जहाँ भी जते रिफॉर्म बाद धीरे धीरे तो एगुडा सब लैंडमार्क करो बिकॉज़ यू आर द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देयर इज नो सेंटिमेंट्स कहला बेल टिके तुम टिके सेंटिमेंट्स हो रिगार्डिंग जोटा कि हैव टू अच्छी वाला जिंस हला तमे तमर अनबायस्ड वे रिपो.
यस सर
किछि जिंस पर माने सब नो माने जतले तमे सार पचत रिजर्वेशन सुपरे तमे जेटा कहबो जोटा बेस्ट आज का डेट रे तुमको लागुनी क्रिमी लेयर गोटे अननेसेसरी से माने प्रिविलेज करचंदी. दैट मीन्स आमे मिछ कहूछु एक तो बी आर आंबेडकर कहि कि जाइथिले कि आमे इतिक पंत रखिबु तमे तांको कथा को तमे निजरो फेवरिज्म पई और वोट बैंक पई तमे ताको प्रैक्टिस करछे. याडे बाबा साहब भीम साहब कहूछो सब जगह रे याडे पुनी तांको करछो. दैट मीन्स यू आर प्लेइंग अ डुअल रोल. हु इज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर दिस? that has to be scrutinized, that has to be curtailed down. So unbiased way रे कुह जो भितर जोड़ा जानूचो हैला don't try to appease any of the members, tell the truth, otherwise it's okay. मत तो भल लागला बहुत जिनस
but actually you disappointed me in the answer you have given to my question. Number one, actually you have not properly grasped the question or the subject, and also I think you are confused replying all the questions. So I think you should read the social issues like social justice, what is the repercussion of that is our policy of preservation, and what is social discrimination. So you didn't come to the point.
Yes.
So I am disappointed by your answer, but it can be improved. So you have a better career, and you have pursued your academics in a better manner. You have taken political science. Political science subject actually give you the it empowers the student or political science in a greater manner. It gives them a smart outlook, understanding things in a correct perspective. But I think you please go and concentrate on some of the issues.
Yes.
Okay, so social discrimination, social justice, political. So about political science, you must read, concentrate on basic issues on women empowerment, so that you can have some idea. Suppose if you go on concentrating on only on discrimination, you will know about policies, how to eradicate discrimination, how to prevent it. Discrimination everywhere. Women are suppressed. How to bring them to limelight. The SC people are downtrodden. How to bring them to limelight. How their situation, condition, economic, social condition can be improved. How can they mentally they be given, psychologically they can be empowered, so that they will feel that they are in the society, they have a say in the administration. So let us have some clear idea about one subject. And when you speak, you mean that what you speak. One more thing that I find. So you have a better. I think I was expecting better answer from you. So, keeping in mind your background, since you are also employed as a assistant manager in IDBI Bank, I was expecting better understanding of things, better awareness of problem, and better understanding. So try to improve on these things, so that you can now you have no job, so you have better career, and you have already left on service. So please be careful, so that you can improve. You have a lot of capacity and talent. Let us pursue it in a better manner. When is your interview date?
It's 29th September.
29th.
29th.
This month.
This
29th.
month.
Okay. 20 days पाखापाखि 18 days.
Yes.
अच्छे करो पढ़ो.
टिके पेपरटा डेली न्यूज पेपर देखी जो आमर आर्टिकल सब को एडिटोरियल आसी एडिटोरियल पर कंसंट्रेट कले, so understanding will be clear. And also, but I find he answered some important questions on bank and also
bank taxation, bank super
other issues, but they will concentrate on that.
Yes,
In board, suppose, so they will not go for ask you who is the Prime Minister of India or who is they will ask any issues.
yes, sir.
So what is your mind? So how will address the issues? You may not be, you are a decision making process. But as an administrator, you will be given as a BDO, Tahsildar, ADMs, collector, sub-collector, and you will have to take decision.
Yes,
And you have to differentiate. So that is most important thing. Taking decision in critical situation. So I think that quality you develop. And once you understand what quality you need, you can do better without any.
Exactly. आउ सबुठ बड़ जिन तमे जो सोशल सुपर पढ़ो टिके तो मतलब जो तमरो जो डिफाइन करछो एक्सप्लेन करछो दैट इज रियली कन्विंसिबल, दैट इज रियली गुड. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट टिके सब्जेक्ट ऊपर आउट करो जेमते मु तुमको नेक्सस ऊपर कहले मंडल कमीशन टिके इन डेप्थ जाओ पढ़ो पीएस ऊपर. रेस्ट योर एक्सप्रेशन इज गुड. I mean ठीक अछि हैला. ठीक
Thank you.
सम्राट सर
सो कमिंग टू पर्सनालीटी पार्ट जो एंट्री करुँच एंट्री कला डोंट आस्क द मेंबर्स टू सिट सी आपको आपे कहे बसवाई आप प्रथम पचार आवश्यक नहीं सर मैं सीट है सेटा टिके भल लागो
एंड ग्रीट एवरीवन यू
देन फर्स्ट पॉइंट देन सेकंड पॉइंट को आसवा आपन ग्रीटिंग्स बिल्कुल करि नांती आसला बेले सेटा टिके ध्यान रखियो ग्रीटिंग्स टा मस्ट इंपोर्टेंट एटा ना एंट्री भितर आपन को पर्सनालिटी खाली नॉलेज टेस्ट होनी पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट होची नॉलेज तो हमें देखि सारछ ना ऑलरेडी प्रीलिम्स और मेंस हैला नेक्स्ट ला पोस्चर केतटा जगह पोस्चर करेक्ट होवार आवश्यकता अछि गोड़ ठीक अछि हाथ बेले बेले कथा कहले बेले अधिक उठै दोचन ऊपर
बेले बेले नो
मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम सर तो आ गोटे सेकंड पॉइंट हाथ उठै दोचन आइदर बा हाथ क्रॉस करिक रखछन एमती करी हां बस एक्जेक्टली सेही पोर्शन ने सेमती सेही पोस्चर रखिबे ठीक अछि सेटा करेक्ट कर देबे एटा रेक्टिफाई हमर आज ही जीवो माइंड रे फिट कर देले सेटा ठीक हे जीवो नाउ कमिंग टू आ गोटे इंपोर्टेंट पार्ट पर्सनल प्रोफाइल ना सैटिस्फैक्टरी आंसर मते लागुनी आसला भलिया काहे कि आसुनी तो एटी तो कहले कि मु फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंट होबा को जाईतली तो हम पाखरे किछि पैसा ही रहलानी कोन इंडिपेंडेंट हेलानी बुझिपारतनी 2 वर्ष जॉब कले 2 वर्ष किछि सेमति किछि स्पेसिफिक बेनिफिट पाइलानी क्या जदि बैंकिंग रे कैरियर थिला परिवार थिला ताहले हम पीजी डिप्लोमा इन बैंकिंग फाइनेंस टा काम दैथांदा हमको तो सेटा को सैटिस्फाई करियो बोर्ड एक दुई गोटे वर्षर गैप टा सेटा सैटिस्फाई हो गोटे वर्षर गैप हे जिवो इंजीनियरिंग पई गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज रे पढिचंदी तो सैटिस्फाई कर देबे बट एई पार्ट टा को टिके भाबे कि जिवे हैला एटाला इंपोर्टेंट पार्ट पर्सनल प्रोफाइल मट लिखिछि पर्सनल प्रोफाइल बहुत इंपोर्टेंट ता बाद आपनकर जीएस ऑप्शनल पढिबे पीएसआईआर जो आंसर देले मु वेरी मच हैप्पी पीएसआईआर क्वेश्चन जहां आंसर देले बहुत भल लागला बहुत बढ़िया कनेक्ट करचंदी एनालिटिकल एबिलिटी बहुत बढ़िया अछि गोटे जिंस को आ गोटे जिंस सहित कनेक्ट कले मु जहाँ हिंट देली ताको मध्ये हिंट मध्ये ठीक भाव धरिले आ बैंकिंग ऊपर टिके बेसी पढिबे तेबे भी पीएसआईआर हमको आ पढिया को पड़िबो हैला बैंक ऊपर देखियो सस्पिशियस ट्रांजैक्शन रिकॉर्ड कैश ट्रांजैक्शन रिकॉर्ड पीएसएल प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग लिखि देछि नै जिवे लिस्टा एनपीए चीप मनी पॉलिसी क्रेडिट कंट्रोल मेथड बाय आरबीआई सीआरआर एसएलआर रेपो रिवर्स रेपो ओएमओ जानिथिबे सब ताको देखि देबे हैला बैंक रिफॉर्म बैंक नेशनलाइजेशन बैंक मर्जर सब इंपोर्टेंट आपनकर वर्क प्रोफाइल सहित ठीक अच्छे ये गला पाठ जी पढ़े प्लस डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रोफाइल डिस्ट्रिक्टर हिस्ट्री जियोग्राफी इकोनॉमी पॉलिटी कल्चर एतिक देखिए ता बाद गोटे प्रोब्लेम जो आंसर दौरान से फंबल कर देते माने लगुच बेसी प्रेस बेले बेले कौन हुए बोर्ड आपको प्रेसराइज कंडीशन में पकईदेव देखिए कि आप आंसर केमती कर डरी जाकि बहुत आंसर गुड़ाक भूल मान भूल दौना बट फंबल कर देते भूल चॉइस ऑफ रॉन्ग चॉइस ऑफ वर्ड्स पीएसआईआर आंसर बहुत भल देले बट रॉन्ग चॉइस ऑफ वर्ड थिला केतरा जगह है सेटा मत लगे टिके प्रेसराइज कंडीशन में आंसर दौरान मु स्पीड पचारि बोली मे बी बिकज ऑफ आउ किसी भावुंट है बट एमती किसी हुए बोर्ड रे आपको सेमती कंडीशन में पकईबे टी भाविकी से हिसाब से आंसर देवे एतिक जिन ठीक कर दिंतु आ रेस्ट पार्ट ठीक अच्छी भल हम ठीक अच्छे आसतु ऑल द बेस्ट
ऑल द बेस्ट
ऑल द बेस्ट
ऑल द बेस्ट